We'll be meeting our guest on today's program. I would like you to introduce, already I've talked about you. This is Dr. Flavia, Donko, who is the medical anthropologist working with the GTZ. And you are?
Ambe Sabina.
Ambe Sabina?
Yes.
Yeah, so you met your countrywomen there. Are you barefoot?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How old are you?
I'm 25.
What do you do in life?
I used to work as a psychological and psychosocial support giver to the rape victims of Renata, the National Network of Aunties Association. All
right, that's cool. And how about you?
I'm Bodzinabel.
Okay, Bodzinabel.
Yeah.
Are you related to the musician?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
One of the members of the SOS unit, giving psychological assistance to victims.
That's wonderful. I want to welcome you all. And I know we're going to have, say, close to 20 or 25 minutes of intense discussion. And this is the very interesting part in this program. Today, I've had guests, but this time around, I respect these people very much because it takes a lot of courage to come here and tell you Cameroonians, I've been raped, I've been harassed. A lot of you out there, you've kept it in you. And today, it's another call for you to break the silence. As I say, for action to be taken, for better laws to be made, we have to break the silence. And that's what we are going to do today. How is GTZ breaking the silence, Doctor?
By giving this support to the network of aunties, Renata.
We might start by saying what the GTZ stands for.
It's the German Technical Cooperation.
So it's a non-governmental organization?
Yeah, it's an organization from the German government to support cooperation in Cameroon.
Okay.
And so GTZ is giving support to this network of aunties, Renata, to launch this campaign. It was ready to start the studies, carry out the studies, support rape victims, and to launch the campaign so that Cameroonians could be well sensitized about this serious crime in the country.
Exactly. When you talk of serious crime, what provoked GTZ? Because I know they've been carrying out a lot of campaign concerning violence on women and girl children or children. Breast ironing is one of them, genital mutilation, if I'm not mistaken. Now you're talking rape. Rape is a taboo in Cameroon. Okay. How come, what prompted the GTZ to get into such?
Yeah, GTZ normally support the Aunties Association since some time. And then there was a lot of testimonies of victims coming to the training, crying about what they have suffered and so on. And then
I'll stop you right there for listeners to follow. We might start by explaining what is Renata.
Yeah, Renata is a network of Aunties Association. These are teenage mothers who got pregnant between the ages of 13 and 19, who are now gathered in their villages and trained as aunties so that they can give information, sensitization to other teenage around, to other adolescents, to avoid unwanted pregnancy. That is, they share their experience so that others cannot get through this type of problems.
So when you were going through these testimonies, then you understood?
So there was a lot of testimonies, and then from our database, we also register more than 1,050 teenage mothers who were raped.
Okay.
And that's what prompted us to really answer the call from Renata to carry out this national study on rape and incest in Cameroon.
Yes, and when you carried this study, how many women did you interview?
37. Up to 40,000, because we interviewed 37,719 women, girls and women in Cameroon.
All right. And from what you got, let's talk statistics. We understand that 5% of women are raped in Cameroon, have been raped in Cameroon.
5.2%.
5.2%
of women have been raped. That makes around 500,000 girls and women who are raped in the country.
Exactly. And we understand that each day in Cameroon, 1 out of 3 women are being raped.
We have not made daily statistics.
Yes.
But it's a serious phenomenon. I mean, every day there's something happening because people are not only raped once, some may be unfortunate to be raped several times.
Okay. Now let's go back to what brought us here, rape and incest. Can we make the difference?
Yes, actually, rape is forcing people without their consent to have sex with them. Incest is the same thing, but only the difference is only that incest is performed by parents. People who are close to the victims, who are relatives who are supposed to protect the victims, and that's what makes it really
more painful.
Because you are raped by somebody who was supposed to protect you.
Exactly.
So That's the only difference.
All right. Now, when we talk of rape in Cameroon, we see more of girls. Are boys raped?
Yeah, more and more. But the main group who is raped is the girls. So rape concerning boys is really minor problem for now. So it's not very serious.
Exactly.
But it's happening also. But we are targeting rape in general.
How will a boy be raped?
By other men.
By other men?
By other men or by women too. So that is younger boys who can be harassed and raped by older
It
women.
is easy to rape a woman because we understand that the way she's formed, her body is formed, she receives everything and she cannot say no. But a man can say, I want to have an erection, so you can rape him. So it's very difficult to understand that a boy will be raped.
Yeah, but when men abuse little boys, it's possible. But for women, I mean, sexual harassment is forcing people to have sex, using pressure of all kinds to push people to have sex. That's what we call rape. Yeah.
Now, what should be done? Because the first thing we want to do is, we understand that kids are out on holidays now. And we understand that the phenomenon of rape and incest aggravates during the holidays, when relatives move from one home to the other, and when kids are out there in the wild and they don't know how to protect themselves. Okay? Yeah. I want you to tell me, first things first, how can you protect yourself from being a rape victim? If you don't want to be raped, what should you do? And what should parents do?
Okay, I think at times it might be very difficult to protect yourself because you are raped because you are in the wrong place at the wrong time. But normally people are advised not to be, if they are girls, don't move alone. Don't just answer from a boy calling from you to you to come to his place. Don't go in places where you don't have anyone to protect you with people you don't know. So these are some basic things to try to avoid rape. But normally we try to reinforce this campaign so that authors of rape, because most of the time they rape because they think nothing can be done to them.
Exactly.
So that if they are punished, they could really think twice before they are really engaged in this type of acts.
And talking about punishment, what does the government, what does the law in Cameroon say about punishment for perpetrators of rape and incest?
Perpetrators really risk a lot because they can go to prison for between 5 and 10 years, and they could also even be more if given the circumstances. And so rapists,
it seems as if the punishment is more for a relative. When it's incest, it's more.
It could, yeah, it's more. Yeah, for normal rapists, it's between 5 to 10 years, which is really serious. But the problem is that most of the victims do not complain, so that the rapist is taken to court. So if victims, that's why we are encouraging more victims now to speak out, to denounce rapists, so that they can lay complaint and they can be taken to court and judged. So
now, if you are a rape victim, you can come to GTZ?
No, you just have to call one of the associations. There are several associations, the SOS Rape. You have this counseling unit from the Ministry of Women Empowerment. You have ILVF and ACAFEJ. You just call these places, but the main things you have to do is to go to the hospital. That's the first act.
Okay, fine. When you are raped, what should you do? First thing first.
First thing is to go to the hospital, so that you are issued a medical certificate, because this is the thing that can allow you to lay any complaint. The next thing, after the medical certificate, now you can seek psychological support now from any association around. You can contact any of these associations, and then you lay a complaint, so that the authors is really followed and taken to court.
Yes, one of where you can also lay complaint is a police station. But I tell you, most people I've met, they also say that when they go to the police station, they are the victims. They are the victims, but at that point in time, they are treated as the ones who provoked it. Is there a reason that we can say she provoked it?